Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it was just a few days ago when I gave you guys some content, like a little young intro video, but I'm having a little more time this week than I will have next week or for the next 2 weeks. So I decided to give you guys a little something before I disappear for like a whole 2 weeks or maybe a week and a half. So yeah, I really do not know what I want to title this video yet, but whatever you see here on the title is what we're gonna get into today. So yeah, without further ado, you guys can just continue watching. Okay, so today I'm gonna get into the 3 most embarrassing moments for me in high school. Okay, so a little disclaimer of sorts. I am a very I used to be like, it's obviously getting better now, but I used to be a person that would really care about what people thought. So like public humiliation is number 1, a very big fear of mine still till today. It's like I cannot. That's why I have a thing about being late. I hate being late. Like I just absolutely like to can I say to school and stuff like that. Like, okay, being late on like a date or something where it's like I know the person personally, I don't really mind, but like to school or like to a meeting or to some kind of like important event, I just won't do it, because you know how people always get embarrassed for being late. Like a teacher or someone is like, they call you out in front of everyone and they're like, yeah, look at these people. Like y'all can ask anyone, my siblings, my father. My father knows that I hate being late. My father and I used to argue every single morning just because of like my fear of being late. So bottom line, public humiliation, me, big no. We don't do that here, right? So this might seem like a really stupid little thing to you, or like whatever is on this list might seem like that's not even that deep. Bruh, I felt that shit. I felt it like, yeah, in my heart. Like, it was quite deep. Okay. I have a little beverage with me today. I'm not gonna say what's in it because I don't know who watches my videos. It could be my pastor, my mom, my dad, so I'm not confirming nor denying anything, but you will see this cup a lot. Okay. The weather is kind of cold, so for all you guys can, it whatever you can imagine, if it's hot chocolate, coffee, whatever, okay, vibes. Anyway, so I don't know which one to start with, but I know what my number 1 is, but I don't know between the other 2 which one was better or worse. I'm gonna start with the one where I fell. Okay, so if you went to Ojvarango Secondary School, OSS, like the block of okay, I'm talking about now the OG students, like, okay, Miss Maritz onwards, like her class, Miss Maritz's class onwards, like that whole block. Miss Maritz's class is not even better. The other block or the other classes used to be called like Katutura. It was like the unofficial name of that block, like Mr. Sitwala, Miss Siaya, Mr. Yeah, those teachers, their classes, it happened there. So I remember we were in Miss I don't remember her name, so I'm just gonna use a fake name, Miss Jane's class. We were in Miss Jane's class, right? We had English there, grade 9. I'm lying, grade 10. So I was walking out of the class and I had cake. I don't know whose birthday it was. It wasn't my birthday cake, but I just had cake. And I remember that I wanted to give it to my friend. Shout out to Melody. Guys, okay, another really random thing. I'm not always gonna use people's real names. It depends on the context of the story, and I'm also gonna ask people before I use their names in my story times. So if they're okay with having their name used, then I'm gonna use their name. If they're not, then I'm gonna give a fake name. Or if the person did something bad to me or I did something bad to the person, I'm also gonna give a fake name. That's just like for future story times. But anyway, so I wanted to give this cake to Melody, and I don't know, a bunch of guys saw that I had cake. Y'all, high school is just the ghetto. You cannot eat anything alone. You cannot eat anything alone. People will storm you for whatever you have, bruh. So cool. They all rushed to me at the same time. I don't know how I got so dear makar, and I ended up in the like the stoop that we were on was a little high. It wasn't high, but it was a little way up from the ground. So did your girl not take a tumble down this? I don't even know how I felt, guys. Like, I ended up on my knees. Oh, I fell on my knees. Like, it was just the weirdest thing ever, and I had cake all over me. Like, ugh. And I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky that that day our teacher decided to keep us like 2 to 3 minutes longer inside the class, because I think we didn't want to keep quiet. And then she's like, okay, you guys are not gonna leave. So it was fairly empty, like everyone was already out of the school yard. But my classmates saw me, and there's this particular dude. I'm not gonna say his name because we're not friends anymore, but this guy's laugh, if you know who I'm talking about, you know that this guy's laugh, it will rip you to shreds. Like, if this guy laughs at you, it's over. Like, go home and go sleep and never go back to school. Like, don't do it, bruh. This nigga laughed. Sorry, I shouldn't use the N-word. This guy laughed at me. Like, he laughed at me. Guys, I felt it in my soul. Like, I was just not okay after that. I really wasn't, but it's fine. That's now number three embarrassing moment. Let's get to number 2. So number 2 happened. Why would I forget? Yo, guys, I have a very horrible memory. My memory is the weirdest thing ever. Like, I will remember something now, and then you'll ask me 2 seconds from now, and then it's gone. And if I say it's gone, it's gone. Don't ask me. Don't even try. What was the second? I should have written this down. Okay, so I have some trouble remembering what I wanted to talk about for the second one. Yo, guys, like, my memory is just, it's not doing anything for me. Oh, it's raining outside, guys. Number 2. How can I forget like this, really? Okay, anyway, I'm gonna think of something else, because I had a few moments where I just absolutely just wanted the ground to open up and swallow me. So another moment was, we were in the quad. It was in the morning. It was morning assembly. So again, if you're from OSS, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. Why do I keep saying if you're from OSS, guys? These are the most embarrassing moments from my high school. So obviously, if you're from my high school, you're gonna relate. If you're not, then I'm sorry, but maybe something similar happened at your high school. But anyway, if you're from my school now, you're gonna know what the quad looks like, right? So we had morning and after break assembly every day. So the morning assembly, basically they just morning announcements, prayers, vibes. So I remember I was like in grade 8 or not 8, 9 or 10. I think it was 10. Because that was a year. 2017 was a year. So it was 2017, and then in the morning, I'm trying to like really remember. Okay, so I'm not a breakfast person. I'm not a morning person at all. Whatever has to do with the morning, it's not my thing. So I don't eat I don't eat breakfast in the morning, like a lot of the times. So cool. We were in the quad. I don't know what they were talking about. I don't know if it was during a prayer or if there was just a pause for some reason, maybe after devotion, or I don't know, but there was a moment of silence. But I know no one died. But there was a moment of silence, and my stomach, literally, guys, you would have thought that there was something in there. You would have thought that there was an animal, a wild animal in my stomach, the way that it growled that day. I was just like really of all time, like literally this whole time people were talking, people were, you know, doing their thing, and my stomach was quiet, behaving. You know, that moment where you feel like by sucking in your gut it will stop this sound, but it doesn't. Like the sound just keeps going and going. And it's like literally the people, I know the people around me wanted to laugh, but obviously if they laughed they would get into trouble, because it was like, it was that quiet, it was that quiet that if anyone around me had laughed they would have gotten into trouble. Like, okay, why are you laughing when everyone else is quiet, type of vibes. So guys, I don't even, I just know that I didn't even like move, I didn't even look to see who heard it or who was next to me, who was in front of me, who was at the back. I just looked down and I was like, yeah, from now on I don't care what it is, I'm eating in the morning. I'm eating in the morning. Okay, so that's now number 2, right? My top 1 most embarrassing moment in school. Again, grade 10. Again, grade 10. So we had additional math. I really know that a couple of people already know what I'm talking about, because yeah, my whole everything was literally obliterated on that particular day. We had additional math. So we have additional math with this teacher. She's a very good teacher. I'm not gonna say her real name. You know, who wants to go to the court or the police station for defamation of character? But okay, she did what she did. I'm telling the truth, but I'm still not gonna say her real name. Let's call her, we'll just call her Mrs. I can't think of a name. Can't think of a name. We'll call her Mrs. Sal. Let's just give her my last name, Mrs. Sal. So cool. We are in additional math class now. Guys, if you know me, you know math is not my friend. math and I fought. Like math and I was always fighting. I wanted math didn't want me, the vibes, you know. So I accepted it at a very early age. I was like, math, it's just not something that I'm gonna get. I'm gonna still fight. I'm still gonna be in the additional math class, and I'm still also gonna fight higher level a little bit. But you know, I understood. I didn't force it. So I remember I don't even remember, we were doing like angles. It's when we started doing angles now. Not when we started doing additional math angles. You know how those many shapes, you know, and then you have to find the angles in the wall. Like guys, you know, man, you know what it was hard when we first started doing it. Like maybe it wasn't hard in grade 12 and all that, but when we first started that shit, it wasn't my friend. Like I didn't want to be there. So cool. I don't think I done my work, or maybe I did, but I just knew that my answers were wrong. So she was at the board, you know, drawing her little shapes, and like she was asking people, or people were giving her the answers, like everyone in the class, or they were participating. So again, shout out to Melody. Shout out to you, gal, because you know what, it's your fault, man. It's your fault. So Melody was sitting across me, and we were talking about something. I don't know what she was asking me, but we were not talking about like fun stuff. I remember it wasn't like we were not like conversing like on some casual vibes. She was asking me something about the equation or about school or something. And then Miss Sal is like, Ramona, and I'm like, yes ma'am. And she's like, can you please give me the answer to whatever the question was, A, B, C. I didn't even know where we were, guys. I didn't even know. So I'm looking at my desk mates, because we're like 4 at a desk, or and I'm looking at everybody, and they're like, okay, they give me the thingy, the where we're at. They tell me, oh, we're at C. And I look down in this textbook, guys. I don't even know what this shape is. I don't know what this shape is. I don't know. So now I'm fumbling. I'm looking in my notebook, in my what. And then she's like, we're waiting. So I'm like, and she's talking in Afrikaans, guys. So first of all, me, like, I'm already not good at this math thing, and now you're also speaking to me in Afrikaans, like the language of the colonizers. Like, I'm not getting you, sis. Like, I'm not, guys. And you know, me and Afrikaans, we are not friends. Also, like, guys, I've really tried with Afrikaans, but ish, it doesn't get to me. We are not. It makes me nervous. Afrikaans makes me nervous. Not even to say that the people that speak Afrikaans make me nervous. Just the language itself. Like, what is up with the you know? I don't get it. It's very, it intimidates me. So she's speaking to me in Afrikaans, and this whole time I'm like, oh. So I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, you don't know. And I'm like, mind you, guys, I have someone that I don't even like in this class, like a girl that I didn't like at the time. I have my crush in this class. Like, I just wanted to throw myself away. I really just, and then she, you know, she gets it. She's like, but she gave, obviously she gave me an attitude, because she's like, okay, why would you come to class? You don't even know the things, and now you're still talking, you know. So she was pissed. Like, she was pissed. So she just, you know, gives me that whole I don't have time to mess with stupid people vibe, and she continues with her, you know, smartlings in the class. So cool. I don't know what happened. Some time passed, and then Miss Melody decides she wants to talk to me again after I was just put on the spot, after I was just at it, and after I just looked like an idiot. This girl, Melody, you she still decides to ask me a question or whatever she asked me, and then she talks to me again, and I answer her, and then Masal is like, Ramona, what did Sugar say? I really wish I had like an amazing memory, because I don't remember the exact words, but I remember the way they made me feel, you know. And then she's like, Ramona, if you don't wanna if you don't wanna participate and all you're gonna do is talk, you can take your books and you can leave my class. And then that's why I'm like, nah, sis, nah, that's not what we're about to do today. Because first of all, she was talking to me. Like, I'm trying. I was gonna listen to you, but like, this girl in front of Melody, please. So I'm also now a little riled up and nervous, because I'm like, I've never been told to leave a class before. Like, so I'm really like, okay, I'm not about to stand up and leave this class. I'm just not. So I'm like, no, miss, I wasn't even talking. She asked me a question, and like, I'm defending myself now. And then she's like, okay, or whatever. I don't even know how it ended, but she left me alone. She ended up leaving me alone. And for the rest of that class, guys, I kept quiet. I was so quiet. After that day, I never went to that class without my homework done, or without knowing at least a little bit of what was happening. Like, literally never, ever. But then also, she also never picked on me after that. Like, I feel like that day she was really just in a bad mood, and she kind of low-key took it out on me, and she knew that, like, it wasn't that deep. And later on, maybe she felt a little bad, because after that, even when I would come to her for a question, like, she would really be nice about it. But I was so embarrassed. Like, I will never forget that day. So yeah, guys, that's my top 3 most embarrassing moments in high school. This is my first jab at like a story time type of vibe. I don't know how I did. You guys should please let me know in the comments. Please do like the video. Please subscribe if you have not already, and also share. Most of you guys have my number. Please, if you see me post the link, and you want to repost it, don't hesitate to ask me or whatever. I really also appreciate all the love that I've been getting. All the feedback on the first video has been amazing. You guys are gems. You guys are perfect. Yeah, so what was I gonna say? Yeah, this is my first time at like trying a story time, and I really hope I did well. I really hope I kept you guys entertained throughout. If there's anything that I can improve, I am always willing to listen. So please do not be afraid to like let me know, like, hey sis, I didn't like this, I didn't like that, improve this, take out this, put in this, whatever. I'm here to listen. And thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys in a week and a half or 2 weeks, whatever, whenever school decides to release me from its deadly claws. And I will definitely give you guys some more, good content. I hope it's good. So yeah. And also, if I am to finish editing and get this out before Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day, guys. To all my single people, gang gang to everyone that's, you know, like booed up. Good for you guys, you know. Stay healthy, stay happy, whichever way you want to be, alone with someone. Do your thing, do your thing. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.